Welcome back to the Handyman Business YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about college education. Speaking of college, this is so ironic that this is all happening today. I lent a tool to a guy I went to college with, and he just returned the tool with some fancy beer. It's an Indian IPA. I don't know how you get away with saying the I word anymore these days. He was more into this sort of hipster stuff. So I got a question submitted through Patreon. That link will be in the description. Patreon is where you can email me, you can message me, you can watch all the live streams on replay, and lately a lot of the live streams have been on Patreon only. So his question is, well, first there's a statement. He says, "Handyman, I just got my associate's degree in electrical work, and what that did was shave 2 years off my electrician apprenticeship program." What I'm referring to by shaving 2 years off is hours, 2 years worth of hours in that time period to get his journeyman's license. And once you become a journeyman, you have to have 2 more years worth of hours to be eligible to take your test to become a master electrician. So what's all this have to do with anything? Well, it's all about college and the future of college, or let's just call it education. Wanted to let you know there is an extended version of this video on college just for Patreons. That link will be in the description below. You can click on that link to become a patron also. What does the extended version get you? It gets you in-depth conversation about my experience in college, why I left the electrician trade to get a college degree. Some of the experiences, the coursework, what I view college as, future of college, the future of jobs for college. There's a lot of information in there, but it's not real relevant to the question asked by the guy that submitted the question. So go check it out if you're interested. It's probably twice the length of this video. The future of the skilled trades. The skilled trades that actually tiptoeing on some eggshells here. There's a lot of the skilled trades that really aren't all that skilled, and I don't foresee ever needing an education or classroom time to get into that industry. Like a roofer, you're never going to need to go to get an associate's degree in asphalt shingles. Same thing with painting, same thing with drywall, same thing with hardwood floors. Although there are classes you can take on new products that come out. Countertop, cabinet installer, HVAC, that is one other area where I know for sure there are classes and certifications that you can go and take and get you in the door. So the future of well-paying skilled trades, the 3 that would be well-paying: electrician, plumber, HVAC. I see those 3 trades as being mandatory classroom time with testing, and you get some sort of certificate. In this guy's case, he actually got a full associate's degree. I think the president just signed something that is going to put more emphasis on work-related programs rather than standard university 4-year bachelor degree type college. I think that is super flooded. So much so that there are very few bachelor's degrees that you can just graduate and go to work and pop out in upper middle class. Most 4-year bachelor's degree is just to get you to get a master's degree, because the job that it used to just take a bachelor's degree now takes a master's degree. Like a registered nurse, construction management, pretty much anything like business management or marketing or advertising. Those would be something that you could graduate with a 4-year degree and go to work. Everything else, you can't just go to work. There's no jobs that you can get with just the bachelor's degree. You need to get the master's degree. College and education in general has really, taken over the construction industry. I remember when I graduated, 4-year degree in construction management, there were still other superintendents and project managers that didn't have a college degree. And man, did they hate us. They hated us because we were literally getting the same job that they had to work their entire life to get.
College boy, hey, college boy, how do you work this computer?
I remember one job site trailer was just filled with technology. And they're like,
Pilot boy, how do I work this thing?
extremely rare to find that 20 years later. You can still find it in some smaller towns, smaller companies, but all the major companies, especially commercial companies, everybody has a construction management degree. So this guy's question was, do you think that I should educate myself further? Because what I eventually want to do is get my master's electrician's license and then be self-employed. And the answer is, you do not need an education to do exactly what you said. Get your master's license and be self-employed. And you don't even need it if you wanted to grow your business. The guy that brought me this beard, we were in construction management from like sophomore year on. And he happens to live just down the road. His dad was an electrician, and he had a partner, and they started up their own electrical company, and they grew it together, and then they sold it, and they were rich. But they own a couple houses, 1, 2, 3, 4 houses they own, a ranch, you know, all sorts of things. So that's a success story of an electrician that didn't have a college education that became a multimillionaire. Every single one of his kids damn sure went to college and got a college education. Probably because he didn't want them to have to work as hard as he did to get to where he was at. Can college benefit you? Absolutely. It will be a benefit to you. In the skilled trades, working your way up, it will benefit you. Just the fact that this young guy has an associate's degree as opposed to the same guys who worked for two years. They're at the exact same point. Once they all get their journeyman's license, one guy, the guy who wrote this question, has 2 years of work experience and an associate's degree. And the other guy just has 4 years of work experience. The guy with the associate's degree will get the promotion. I like how he's thinking. You will always need an end game when you are doing manual labor. I can't stress that enough. The guys who do manual labor from age 18 to 70 are just miserable. Miserable, they're crippled. Usually they're broke. You can see them wearing an orange apron at the Home Depot. So that extra education is going to get you in the door for different end games. What I mean by that is methods to get out of the manual labor portion of whatever you're into. I value the education. I just do. Not because, let's just say a college education didn't even get you a job, but the education, everything that you learn, God, I would never trade it. I wouldn't trade it. So there you go. I think in the future, going forward, an education, classroom time with tests and certifications is going to be in the skilled trades. I think it can't hurt if you have some sort of project management degree, certificate, something to put on your resume from an accredited source, an accredited teaching place. It can never hurt. Hope you enjoyed the video. I've got several more questions in the bank. I do apologize for slacking on getting back to you. And also the Instagram. I just logged into my Instagram the other day after like a week. And there were a lot of questions in there. And I think I got back to everybody. As always, put your comments below. The future. Let's not get wrapped up into blue collar versus white collar. This is all about making money. Making money and making life easier on us guys that work manual labor. Work the skin off our knees, you know, things like that. I got this amount of calluses on my knees as I do my hands now.